upe sasa kama wewe tukupatie mic pale uweze kuexplain issues za pale grassroots. When people are sitting here in Nairobi at the headquarters and they're asking themselves, we have this nomination slot and we want to give somebody from Machakos, who can we give? They will remember the person who spoke at that meeting in Masinga. That is how leaders are identified. You have been told here the story of Benson Musungu. It takes only one opportunity for you to catch people's eyes, and the eyes of the people that matter, who can be able to say, we want that young lady who spoke that day on the day when we were having a meeting with young captains. So I accept, I agree. We are very strained financially because of the things that I have told you. Wamekataa na pesa yetu. But we said we will not be crippled because we know they are doing it deliberately so that they cripple the activities of the party. We are doing our best. I want to assure you, especially because now when we get into August of this year, we will only be left with 2 years to the elections. We need to start our preparations for the elections in 2027. We need to start identifying candidates for various slots in the MCS seats and so on and so forth. But ODM has tried. I can tell you ODM has tried. In the last election, and to just tie it with, I think you said your name is Naini, your question, that young people are used for mobilization and left behind. If I read to you the people who were nominated by ODM, young people, and they are sitting in the National Assembly and in the Senate, young people who I saw coming to mobilization meetings such as this. There's a young lady from Garissa, Umi Harun. Umi Harun got one chance to speak at a rally in Garissa. I was there. And this is a young girl. I think she was in her 20s then. And I remember that meeting. After all these old men have spoken and said all sorts of things, this young girl takes to the podium and she speaks until everybody in that tent is on their feet. Umi now is a nominated member of the National Assembly through ODM. There's a young lady from Kisi. She started she's from Nyamira. Rene was a mobilizer. And she's now a nominated member of the National Assembly. She has assured me that in 2027 she doesn't want to be nominated again. She now has the capacity to run for women rep of Nyamira. So ODM is doing these things. In the Senate, there's a young lady from Samburu. She's called Hezena. The first time I saw Hezena, it was at a meeting like this in what is that place in Magadi called? Not Magadi Road. Yeah? Yes, there was a meeting there at Olaro. And she was given that one opportunity to speak and mobilize votes for the purposes of the party. She's now a nominated senator. We sit with her in the Senate. Crystal Asige, perhaps the most brilliant representative of PWDs this country has ever seen. The best. When she stands up to speak, I'm sure you know Crystal Asige. Crystal Asige is nominated by. So, please, don't tell us that we have not done our best. We have the youngest members of parliament. In the Senate, the senator for Migori is like 12 years younger than me. He's the youngest senator in the Senate. Do you know the senator of Migori? He's called Eddie Okech. Wewe wacha kujibu, wewe ni mzee. Tunataka hawa wajibu. Do you know the senator from Migori? He is a young man. He is single, by the way. And now lazima niseme. Tulimwambia kabla 2027 tunataka hata harusi moja ndani ya Senate jameni. So atafutiwe mtu asitafutiwe. He is single, he's a single man, and he's a senator. Babu Owino is in his 30s. He's a very young man. The MP for Saboti, tunamuitanga last born, Caleb Amisi. Hajafika hata 35 huyo mtu. I'm telling you. So, I look at these political parties. Hata huyo hapa. ID yake bado inanuka ofisi ya chief. A very young boy. Lakini yeye ndio mwenyekiti, na in terms of mobilization hapa Nairobi, huyo mtu mnamuona tu hivi. Mnamuona hivi. Hayuko single huyo. Uko single? Haya. Ketora ndio huyu amekuwa president wa Youth League hii time yote. Sasa anaenda kukuwa member of the National Assembly. kuanzia hii mwezi inakuja atakuwa ndani. Huyu Beth Siengo has been the president of the Women League for years, mobilizing votes for purposes of the party. Now she's in the Senate as a senator. So please, you just make your contribution. So I want to assure you that this political party, I have seen people who have made contribution. They have always been rewarded. There's a lot of propaganda out there, but I have living testimonies. I told you my own na munaharibu. When I was sworn in as SG of ODM, I said I will do this job in such a way that hata nikimaliza term yangu wakileta kijana mwingine watu wasiseme ati vijana wanaharibu kazi. And you will judge me yourselves. History will judge whether I've done a good job as SG, but usiharibie vijana wenzako nini sifa. So when you are there, just know that the whole world is judging your entire generation from the behavior of one person. Then Letitia, you asked what role you can play in youth empowerment and leadership. I want to tell you this. Sometimes it is very difficult to codify a role. Ati tuseme sasa wewe utakuwa unaamka unafanya hii na hii na hii. Hapana. I'm telling you, just be present. I have seen, like, I don't know which is the best example I can give. When we're having party events, you know, don't be embarrassed or scared or I don't know which is the word to use, to start from the very bottom. I can tell you, just to be in that space, can open doors that you never imagined. I remember when I started looking for Raila, I had just been admitted as an advocate. I'm a lawyer. So we said we want to be lawyers for the party for free. And when you are a lawyer for ODM, especially when ODM was ODM, there is a lot of work. Kazi yangu ilikuwa kutoa watu kotini na cash bail. Unaona hii kazi Babu anafanya saa hii? Hey, that was me like 10 years ago. Watu wetu walikuwa wanashikwa kila siku. Unaambiwa Sifuna, leo uko Limuru, kuna vijana 10 huko. Kesho uko Machakos Law Court. Namna hiyo tu. You contribute in the way that you can, using your skills that you have. Just make yourself available. When Beth calls you, or if we ask here now, we want help drafting something, are there legal students or lawyers that can help us do this? Hata kubeba tu briefcase ya milio Diambo. Wewe unaona ni kitu mbaya? Mimi tu kuna siku nilikuanga kazi yangu ni kubeba tu briefcase ya Orengo. Wewe unajua bana venye unasikia uko hapo kwa news pia wewe unafanya tu hivi kichwa. I'm telling you the truth. Ile time ati tulikuwa tunafanya kesi ya Weta. Sasa ile Weta alikuwa anatolewa kwa voters register. Wewe kazi yako tu ni kuandikia nini hapo Orengo notes unamtumia. Do you know how you feel? It's a privilege. Kabla ufike pale